Hi everybody and welcome back to the Stone Ranger. I would normally say it's Wednesday night live stone carving, but it's Thursday night. Last night was Valentine's Day and I took the lovely wife out for a meal. So before I start carving, I spin the camera around and show you all what I'm doing. We're carrying on with the Pass It Forward project, which you might have seen a little bit on the channel so far, but I want to show the stencil. I made the stencil for this one. You see that? Chopped it out nice and thin. So this is called, this business here is called the Open House. So you can see the house shape in the middle and all these individual fans going round. These were originally carved by the people who own the Open House, designed this themselves, and they drew it all in pencil, and I've taken this stencil from their original drawing and cut it all out. So I've printed it off, backed it off on just some thin card, so it's got a bit of stability about it. Stuck it on there with some PVA glue, let it dry out for a couple of days, and then I've chopped them all out individually by hand so I can mark it on, because I wanted to make sure that I had this logo, what they're drawn by hand. I want to make sure I had it exact. And you can see, example here, this fan here is thinner than these ones, and on their drawing it's exactly the same. So when I give this to them, I want them to be able to know it's come from the original first ever drawing. So yeah, I thought you might just appreciate seeing this little stencil I've made. Already I can see we've got a few people watching, and we've already got a thumbs up, so that's brilliant, perfect. The thumbs up are great because the YouTube algorithm, the more people put thumbs up and the more people comment, the more they spread the channel around, which is great for you and great for me. So I'm going to spin you around now, and you can see where I'm up to with the carving. I always have to remember how to do that. Oh, has it changed? Oh no, bear with me. YouTube, oh there we go. YouTube's updated itself. So this is where I'm up to with the carving. You can see that. I'll just flick this light off. Sharpen up my chisel. I normally like to get all that done before I start, but I was quickly eating my tea. So yeah, you can see the fans going round, and it's quite like making this noise on it as going round. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to spin the carving, and I keep spinning it around, and I'm about here, and this seems to be my favourite angle to work. Quite enjoying working at that angle. We're just getting the straight back in on the 6mm chisel, the 600g dummy hammer, and working our way around. It's going to be really nice when it's finished. I think it's going to be a nice effect. You might be able to see the thickness on the screen, I'm not sure if you can. It's about 45-50mm. I'm going to slim it down to 20mm when I've finished. Put some secret fixings in the back so when you hang it up, it's not got drill holes in the front. And I think that slimness of it will be really nice. So I put a poll out on the channel asking who's coming to join tonight, because I know it's not a Wednesday. So for everyone who's made it, thanks for making the effort to come on, that's really nice. And I'm sorry it's not on a Wednesday, but I think Valentine's Day is a fair reason not to go live. Remember to take my watch off. Did everyone have a nice Valentine's Day? My wife bought me a pair of socks, and the socks have got little hands on them, and she's got a pair and I've got a pair, and when they get close to each other the little hands, what are on the socks, kind of touch together, and they've got little magnets. It's like they're holding hands, which is nice. Can't make my mind up whether I should wear them for five-a-side football or not. Wonder what the lads there will think to that. I'm hoping we've got a couple of regulars on. If we have, if you could just drop a comment in to make sure you can tell me that my audio is okay and the angle of the camera is okay, so you can see what I'm working on, even though the house is on an angle. I would like to keep it straight. I think it'd look better for new people joining the channel, see what I'm carving, but this is the most comfortable place to work. If there is anyone new just joining in for the first time to the channel, to the TheStoneRanger, I notice there's over 100 people on at the minute, and you're interested in stone carving, or you want to you fancy giving it a go, it can be great. There's loads of benefits from it, taking up a hobby like this. You really get focused and you get drawn into it and become quite addictive actually, but it's really great for your mental health, I find, because you're working on a piece and you're really taking your time. It can be patient, quite relaxing. Quite often I'll have music on in the background, nice cup of tea, keep stopping, brushing the project off, having a look. There's a real sense of achievement with it. So there's plenty of videos on the channel, over 150 now for you to have a look at, whether stone carving, dry stone walling, all different chisels you'll need, discount codes, what stone we're using, just me doing projects so you can have a watch, or me talking through some detail. Hopefully we can inspire a few of you to have a go. So I'm going to flick between the chisels. So the main chisels I'm using on this are that 6mm, like I told you at the beginning, and I've got this 4mm. It could be 3mm, but I'm just neatening up the edges. So I was supposed to count these, and then I was going to ask you all to have a guess how many there is. I've not got round to it. It's been a busy week. As like every week since I've started going live, I've been tree planting. It's tree planting season. A little bit of roadie bashing. Got 475 trees planted today. Don't forget to Click that thumbs up on. And say good evening. If you're a regular and you're on watching, drop a comment in. Let me know you're there. I love the difference in them, knowing that they were all hand drawn originally and we've taken it from that design, so they're all slightly different. Evening, Graham. We missed you last week, Graham. I kept looking out for your name. I hope you're doing well. How's married life treating you? I was saying a couple of days ago when I was carving this live, might have been Monday, this is a great project if you're just getting into lettering, carving all these straight lines. It's really going to hone that skill of carving letters. So I'd like to get this finished tomorrow, because Saturday I've got a little bit of time, and I've got a couple of pet memorials. You saw the one I did for Duke. I've got the stones prepped outside. We'll make the stencils up tomorrow, and I'd like to get them carved, get them done. Which would be nice. So if I can get this finished tomorrow morning, it'd be great. Brian's on. Evening, Brian. Maybe you'll both be able to tell me if the audio is okay. And and you can see on the angle of the 82. Now is that a guess? Or has he paused the camera and counted them? That stone there just feels slightly different. It's just reacting slightly different. No, might need to translate that. Maybe I'll count them. Next chance I get, I'll count them. And you can have a guess. I've got a suspicion that's not a guess. Oh, he has counted them. 82. Well, that's a decent amount to be carving. If there's anyone new to the channel, make sure you drop in a comment, say hello. The subscriber count is getting extremely close to 4,500. I think on last check we're about 52, 53 away. Be great to get there. Little update on the Chesterfield logo. So we're nearly at £500 in raffle tickets, which is great. £500 is the target I set myself, what I'd like us to achieve. It finishes on the 5th of March. Well, it'll get drawn on the 5th of March. We might have a little push on sales on the last week, which would be nice. It's on display in the club shop, in the football club shop, so the more people that go in there, hopefully will see it. And when it's match week, you think you get a few people going in. Mr. Brown rang me earlier, said he might join us think as a business logo with this, I quite like it. I just said a minute ago, I think the stone has just changed slightly to get around this corner. It feels a little bit different. It is 82, what do you reckon? Are we halfway? Not quite. A couple more. Be nice to try and finish it tomorrow. So we're celebrating another birthday in the house. So last time I went live it was my son's birthday, he was 18, and today it's the Springer Spaniel's birthday. And he's 13 today. To be honest, I thought he was 14 today, but I think he's 13 today. So I've been and bought him a great big bowl. So we always want to treat when I walk through the door when I get home. And I normally just give him a little dog treat. Him and the Shih Tzu. Well, today I got him a great big bone and I bought a little one for the Shih Tzu. So they're extremely happy this evening. Sat gnawing away. I bought it on my dinner break, so it's been in the car for a few hours and yeah, it's a bit potent. So next week I would like to have a go at carving one of Graham's nuts next Wednesday. If I can get this off the easel tomorrow and get a couple of memorial stones, pet memorials Saturday, get one of Graham's nuts marked up. I'd like to get that done. Well, I'd like to get one on the bed. Let's carve it together next week. And then you can all have a go at carving and we'll send some photos in. So I can send you a copy of the design what Graham drew out for us. But what I'll do, I'll put some more details on the channel. I could make a small little video about it, about what the plan is. And I'll send them in. And every time someone's completed one, we'll stick it up on the channel and we can have a look. I know a couple of you said you're interested, which is nice. It doesn't have to be a carving. If you don't do any carving and you just like the channel and you want to draw it or you want to paint it. I know there's one lady on the channel what does a bit of stitching. She could do that. And make it out of clay. However you like. Not quite found that comfortable angle. I was carving them the other day. I was speeding through them. I did have a slight little step I was stood on. I wonder if that's it. Sometimes you can be carving and you can just be in the zone and really rattling through your work. Might just move the camera a bit actually. If that's made it worse, let me know. So I've been looking at new cameras. I think I'm going to have to wait until the internet reaches to my workshop and carry on using the phone for now. The only other option I've got is maybe use an iPad. Might get a better angles, slightly better quality screen or camera top screen. I think some jobs lend themselves better than others. We're not seeing many of the regulars on tonight. It must be down to that changing day. That's Valentine's Day. But to be honest with you, I went out for a steak and it was lovely. I had a white prawn head broth with some garlic king prawns. That was really tasty. With some kale, and then I had a 500-gram steak, ribeye, medium rare, some chips and aioli, peppercorn sauce, and some garlic greens. It was good. To be honest, it was really good. One thing that is nice is, so this time last week we were carving stone and it was cold. It was minus. There was some snow about one day. Is it last Thursday there was some snow about? 16 degrees today. Said on the east coast it was 18 degrees. That's a big shift, and it's definitely mild. It feels like spring is here. Well, not here, but it seems like it's very, very close. Snowdrops are out. You can see life. Little bits of life everywhere. The frogs are on the move. There was a lady on the radio yesterday doing a frog rescue. She helps them across the road. So she looks after a mile section. It was in Bath. She looks after her mile section and she trolls up and down from now for 6 weeks, collecting the frogs in a bucket and helping them cross the road so they don't get squashed. She has about 1,000 over that 6 weeks in her section. They were saying they'd build little walkways or little hopping tracks underneath the roads so the frogs and the toads can hop the way through without getting squashed. So they have these little tunnels. But they couldn't do that where she lived because the stretch where they cross was too big. It wasn't worth it. Nice thing for her to do over time though. I work with a lot of volunteers and I've never heard anyone go out doing that before. I'm impressed. We're getting up to halfway. He's on slightly bigger. I think. Oh, a bit different, something different for a change. A longer one. It's not the most riveting of projects to be working on for you guys tuning in. You want something with a bit more hammer and a bit more welly and a bit more stones chipping off everywhere. A bit more dramatic. forward to a couple of projects. I'm really looking forward to carving one of Graham's drawings next week. I've been wanting to do that for a few weeks now since Graham sent them, but I want to get these couple done. I'm also really looking forward to carving the Henderson's Relish logo. That'll be nice. Quite a lot of detail in that, but different things. Instead of it just being the same as this, it'll be individual different bits. There's a bottle, there's lots of wording, there's lots on there, which will be nice. Like I had something on me. It's not the most exciting thing for you, so I apologise for that. This one. It's next time I'm doing one like this, I'll be doing this tomorrow. But I should come up with some things to talk about. Maybe a little checklist on the side. So tick things off, different categories and subjects and different bits to talk about. I've got a job coming up, stone carving job coming up through work. Some people coming out of the meeting with me today want to make an anniversary stone to go in a woodland. Centenary stone. It wants to be a millstone with their logo, a little bit of wording on there, and it's to go next to two other people's pieces of stonework over the last few years. Well, I say it's the last few years. I think over the last 25 years, two other people have done a bit of stonework in this woodland, and now it's my turn. But I'm not going to do it in my time, and I'm not going to do it in my workshop. It's actually going to be done through work, but I'd still like to film parts of it. Probably going to run a stone carving course at the same time for the company, what it is, or the organisation, so they can carve their own version of it, or something similar, and they could turn it into a little woodland walk with their own carvings in. There's also another stone they've asked me to do at the same time. There's a bridge locally called the Packhorse Bridge on the Derwent Valley, well, the original stone is so weathered you can't read it, and they've asked me to make a replacement. And I think they've even got the grandson of the original guy who made it, who is a dry stone waller locally, and he's gonna build it in, I think. So I understand, which is quite a nice one. And the original stone they used came from a quarry right next to my office called Bole Hill Quarry. And the train line, I used to walk very regularly while they're taking the stone up into place to build the reservoirs and the bridge. And I grew up in one of the houses what was built for the Irish who built the reservoirs. So it'll be a nice job for me, that. A nice connection. There doesn't seem to be too many people about tonight, especially not in the comments. Maybe it's quiz night at a local. like I say, I know it's not the most relative view, but I'm quite enjoying this project actually. It's nice for me to work on. You hear them dogs barking in the background. I think that means the Amazon man's at the door. That 3 or 4mm chisel there was perfect. Just getting right in these ends, it's really nice. It would be great to make a musical instrument. I know I keep saying it, but I think it'd be really good. I quite like the idea of it. Just gonna have a little bit of this tea. I know it's not as cold tonight, but cups of tea definitely go cold quick. Hello. Yeah, that's the church bell. I suppose we don't get that on a Wednesday night. Thursday night they like to have a practice. I don't know why they practice so much, because they're brilliant at it and it always sounds the same. If they were really ropey, I'd understand it. I quite like hearing them, especially in the summer, sat in the garden. I do wish sometimes they'd just change the tune a bit and just like do something really adventurous. I definitely feel a little bit more tired this evening. It's over the last couple of days. A fair bit of walking, so I've walked the last 2 days. I've walked 14 miles, and then on Tuesday I didn't do as many miles on Tuesday. I did 4 miles, but then I played 5 aside in the evening. But the Monday as well, I'd also been to the gym and done a decent amount. Starting to feel tired now. because I've done all that walking and all that exercise this week, I don't think I'll feel as bad when I go in after this and have a little bit of caramel ice cream. Well, by changing to a Thursday, it's definitely had effect on our viewing figures this week, because we've normally got people on from all over the world tuning in and watching, and this week it's definitely had an effect. Our numbers might be down at an all-time low this week. maybe to do with the project as well, like we were saying a minute ago. It's not the most intriguing project in the world. It's definitely a time-consuming one. There's 82 of these little fans. Somebody counted. I think there's 80. I count 80. But I definitely could be wrong. However, we're over halfway. Well, I've been saying I'd like some background music. The church done me a good turn there. They must have tuned in last week. I'm just going to move that. Oh. I can't believe the difference it's made. Change in the evening. Big difference. Must be good TV on a Thursday night. Or maybe everyone's gone fishing. Maybe that is the wrong. I think I'm just in the way, aren't I? With that angle. I was just looking at it then. I just looked at the screen, just caught it on the screen, and actually, all you can see is me, my jumper. That's a bit better. Let's try that. We'll sharpen that chisel up. It's nice while we haven't got many people tuning in to experiment with the different angles on the camera. I try to keep it a little bit further away so I'm not bashing into it as much. I'll try that. It'd be a bad time to lose concentration. Take a chip out of it, won't it? Now we're over halfway. If any of you live in the Peak District or ever visit, you'll have to keep an eye out for this. So it's going in a village called Haversige, and it's going right in the centre, and it'll go at the front of a property there, or well, a business there. So there's between 80 and 82 of these fans going round, and the actual business is going on is called Open House. So you can see this is a house shape. It's a wrong way round. So for anyone just tuning in, I'll just turn it the right way round. And you can see it's called the Open House. And it's we're getting there. We're going round. Chiseling away, putting all these little fans in. So the design I've taken straight from their original drawing. I'll hold it up so you can see it. That's the original drawing, and I've copied that and made a stencil of it, so it fits over. So there's a little bit of work in making that. So I'll move that back. Find it the best place for me to work is around here. I'm not sure if it lends itself to the best view of the camera, on the camera for you guys, but when you're carving 82 of these, so two people have counted it, one's got 80 and one's got 82, but there's a chance both have miscounted it. want to be comfortable. Yeah, so when you're carving that many, you want to be in your comfortable position to carve. And this is where I feel most comfortable for this project. A couple of different projects on Saturday, so if you're around Saturday, tune in, say hello. I'm hoping to get them both carved out within a couple of hours. And get them to the new home. Also like the idea of starting my stencil for the Henderson's relish. Them church bells are going again. They've had a Kit Kat and now they're back at it. It is a nice sound. I like the idea of experimenting with this camera a little bit while it's just me and you and just me, a couple of you, just getting that angle. So it's the balance between showing what you're working on and showing that you're working. So if I've just got this and I'm tucked in this little corner, you can't see the hammer and chisel. If I'm showing you that, try the bigger hammer. Seems to be working as well on there. move it around a little bit. Don't feel like I'm motoring on through, but I'm definitely making progress. Has your feed stopped? I'm not sure, has it? Someone will have to let me know if it's not working. It'd be handy if you could let me know. Maybe it's give up the ghost. Oh, I froze for a while. Well, thanks for letting me know. Yeah, I think that's. I'm just reading Ray's comment there. I definitely do get a bit of satisfaction going past halfway. So when you first start and you get to here, you think, oh, this is all right actually. Don't mind this. Do this, and then you get to about here and you think, oh, this is going to take a while. And then you get to here and you're thinking, oh yeah, what we're starting next? What's the next project? And then you've heard me talk about the next project all the way along here. And now I'm thinking, get to here, and then we'll be dead excited here. So just push along here. So what I would used to do, I used to mark them out into sections, so like blocks of 10. So right, get to here, and then go off and do this, then get to here and go off and do this, and then get to here and go off and do this. But I'll have to go around it all. Once I've finished it, I'll have to go around it all and neaten them all up. I want all these corners crisp. They're not quite there, all of them. So I'll go around it all one more time afterwards, but that's a lot quicker. But no, yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to getting to the end. I'm glad the feed's working again now, though. Yeah, and it's also not the most riveting project for you guys to watch. So look, you could have seen this 4 hours ago, and it's the same thing. I'm just doing the same thing now to go round and round and round. So it's a difficult one. Which then in return, because you're not getting as many people engaged in watching it, you're not getting as many questions and comments, so you're not talking as much. So a project like this can be a bit of a vicious circle. No, but I'm definitely looking forward to getting to the end. And then my brain will work in a strange way. I go, oh, do you know what? You could do one very similar to that, doing this, and I'll be like, all right, that's the same. And I'll end up starting another one afterwards. And I know I could take this off the easel and put something else up there, but once I've started, I want to see it through before I start my next one. That engagement from the subscribers and people watching the channel definitely helps when you're carving something like this. So I have been looking at the points and working 2 points, and I did think to myself, I can get to this one tonight, would be nice. I did think if I got halfway around it'd be great, but to here would be great. So I've got 10 minutes or so of carving, so I'm going to move around a little bit. And I've got a little bit of time tomorrow. I've got an hour or so, do a bit more tomorrow. We're off out for a meal tomorrow night for my son's birthday. Say he was 18 on Monday, but he's in the Royal Engineers, and he didn't get leave until tomorrow, and he's just back for the weekend. So we're off out. we're coming up to a big milestone on YouTube for me. So we're coming up to 4,500 subscribers, but that's not the milestone. The milestone is what I'm getting excited about is the 5,000 mark. So when I first started this channel, I said to myself I'd like to get to 120 subscribers. I thought that was a nice, respectable number to get to. And my wife said, well, you should aim for 500. That sounds better. And I thought, well, yeah, it might take some time, but we'll aim for it. My daughter then piped up and said, no, what you want is 5,000. That's respectable. Now, I remember at the time thinking, there is no way I'm ever making it to 5,000. I mean, we're not there yet, and we've still got 550 to go. But I'm hoping one day we can get there. So I'd love to be able to say to you I've done it. And I think she'd be quite impressed. As teenage daughters go, I think that one, she might just grunt and go, well, yeah, I meant 10,000, but I'd like to be able to say I've got there. So that is the goal. I don't know how long it'll take to get there. I might have a celebratory beer when I get there. I did have a lovely local brew last night with my tea. It was very nice. It's called Riley Gold. That's 1 minute to 9. I'm due to finish at 9. I'll finish this one because that gets me nice onto that corner. That's another section done. And give it a good brush down, and we'll stand it up. We'll have a look. think I might even spin it round. When I spin it round, sorry, I might even count up. See how many I've got left. How many have we got to go? Not convinced I'm going to finish it tomorrow. Not unless I start nice and early. That's another section done. So we're getting there. We'll give it a count. Let's see how many more we've got to go. Bang on 30. 30 to go. I'll just show you this. It really comes to life when I put this light on it to get that shadow more. So it starts to give it a bit more character like that. Where it really comes to life like that. I'm tempted to carve it like that on the live. I was going to experiment with it while it's not on camera, because I think it might draw more people into having a look just because of the shadow marks. They'll be able to see it more. But it's getting the so if I stand here, look, I get the shadow. I'm going to put shadows on it all the time, so it's getting that camera set up just right on there, so it works. Yeah, I think you might have to. You'd have to have it maybe like that. That could work. So I keep thinking about experimenting with the shadow. That could work, couldn't it, like that? So let's just try. While I've got a couple of you, Dean's are still on, so that's nice. So while I've got a couple of you on still, and Ray's still on, let's try spinning this round back to where we were, and tell me if you think it'd make a better video in experience if I did it that way. Find my brush. And you can let me know. Do you think we'd engage with people more? So it's probably more straining on my eyes, but I'd soon focus in and get used to it. For you guys viewing, I think we're going to be better like that, aren't we? Yeah, I'd love to know your feedback. Haven't quite got my right angle. Yeah, so Dean says that looks better. So let's try a viewing audience, see how that works like that, or like that. See what you think. Oh yeah. It's a no-brainer. Maybe we'll do that going forward then. We'll carve in this light. Second way. And this camera angle, I feel like, so you just see me in the corner, but with this you can see what I'm doing, so you don't think you need too much more of me, too much more of the hammer and chisel in the shot. because you're just blocking what you're doing. So Brian says the yellow lights show the shadow, but can your eyes adjust to it? Yeah, I think they can. I think so. Every now and again, if I feel like I'm on a bit, well, or it's not working, we'll just go back to the way it was. But we should definitely give it a try. So if you're not a member of the channel, I think the way YouTube work is you kind of, it's like a scrolling thing where you scroll through and show you all the people that are live for that day or that moment in time. So if when people see it, they want to stop and like it if they're not already a member of the channel, so they can join, become part of the community, and we can all have a chat in the comments as we're going along. And I think the best way for them to stop and like it, I think, is probably this effect. And there's nothing wrong with, say I'm on a tricky piece and I need to change it, there's nothing wrong with flicking it back on. Carving away. Just carving that section. And flicking it back off. Yeah. It's been said many times I've got a nice elbow. So that's been really helpful there, hasn't it? To work on that a little bit. You kind of don't want to work on it while you're live and you're carving away, but while we're not dealing with double figure numbers of people watching, it's great to get feedback on that there. And I think that'll help. I think that's going to improve the video. There might be a point where I need to have maybe look at having one from each side. So we've got 29 to go. So I'd like to carry on, but I best not. I was going to say because I've got work in the morning, but it's gone too far. But I don't actually. I'll be doing this. There's a lot of neatening up to do on this project. So that's that. Let's turn this light on here. I wonder how that's actually right. I know. Let's turn that one off and that one on, and I think actually that's not bad. That's perfect. That's not bad. That's better than that. I think that's a good compromise. I think that might work. We'll give that a try. Right, let's spin you around. So that's me finished for tonight. It's thanks for watching. It's nice to see Ray and Dean and Brian. Thanks for sticking with me there while I've been trying things out. It's I'm gonna have a little bit of ice cream. I think I've earned a bit of ice cream chiseling them out of there. Only 29 more to go. If you're around next week, next Wednesday, tune in. Hopefully this will be finished and we'll be on a new project. I'm really hoping so, fingers crossed. Yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you all soon.